Okay. So my name is Miriam, and I would like to welcome you to this workshop today. It is about free mobile apps for learning languages. First of all, I want from you to fill this paper for me. It is very easy. I need only one number from each of you and maybe the name if you want. I tell something about it. Imagine you are learning some language and okay, I wait a moment. Please closer, sit down closer. Okay. So imagine you are learning some language, and the whole time you spend learning is 100%. It consists reading, listening podcasts, learning new vocabulary, and so on. Everything you need to do when you're learning language. And my question is, how much of this time you spend by using mobile applications or some internet resources? Just try to estimate it. I don't know if, for example, it can be 15% or 10% of your time. Understand? You understand? Yeah. Okay. I give you the paper. If the first page will be full, just continue on the other side. Okay, so that's it. And now I tell something about myself and about this workshop, and then we will discuss about mobile applications. So I am a student at Comenius University here in Bratislava, and I'm doing a research as part of my thesis. The topic is internet resources for an optimal self-study of languages. And I am focused on the free ones, so free internet resources, and for today, free mobile apps. My work is specialized on English for intermediates and Spanish for beginners, because it is also my level of these languages, and but I would like to improve it in the nearest future. Now I am in the process of finding some inspiration for the practical part of my work, and I hope you will help me with it today, and you give me some your inspiration and share your experiences with mobile applications. There are some points I am interested in, and they will be there on the slide the whole time. And I want from you to comment on them when you will speak. When you forget, I ask you some questions, and I prepared a table on the board. These points are on the board in the columns, and we will write the name of the application type, on which skills it is focused on the board, so you can see it and discuss about it. I describe the points on the slide. So type of application, For example, it can be a dictionary, monolingual or with definitions, word games, flashcards or free radio, maybe some language lessons, text-to-speech apps and so on. Then which skills helps us to develop? It may be listening, conversation skills, vocabulary, or language at all. If it is used also in offline mode or only with internet connection, then I'm interested in the pros of learning via mobile apps from your point of view, and other free resources. This point is only for those who want to share with us some more internet resources which you find useful. So that's it. And we can start with filling this board. So, is there anybody who wants to start or who has some interesting application? Okay, Anki. Okay, I can write it. Do you want to go here? Okay, so come here.
Should I explain something about it or just write it? Because
first of all, write it and then you can talk something about it.
Because I was just thinking of saying the name. I don't know.
Okay.
So, as far as I know, what I like about this app is that it has a lot of courses that can be downloaded for free. And some of the courses also include pronunciation. What's more, there are courses for some rare languages, which I also appreciate. For instance, there is a very good course for Tibetan. Even there are, as far as I know, there are some courses for not really languages, but some sort of geographic knowledge, for instance, yeah, which I haven't tried. What else should I?
I think I ask each. Okay, you can go to sit down. Do you know something more about Anki to fill the other columns? Anybody else?
fun to learn places. It's also fun. One in the is channel. The good classes, of course, home. The memorize is home. One is home. So, skills. Google Plus Hangouts is for free conversations in new languages. So, conversation.
So the monthly is so it is for languages at all, listening, okay, vocabulary.
Memorize is for everything.
Mm-hmm. It is for like flashcards, no? Memory, like Anki. Yeah. Okay.
I prefer monthly.
Monthly.
It is unfortunately now not all for free, but there is daily lessons. Every day is another lesson, new lesson, in this 33 languages. So if we can only one lesson. Okay, so monthly is unfortunately now not free, but a little of this is free, and it is a very good one lesson a day daily. So daily lesson, always a new lesson. When we do one lesson in 33 languages, it's enough time for each evening. I recommend here Google Plus Hangouts. So it is for free conversations. The people from all over the world. Yeah, it's all for free. Every day we have many languages conversation. And of course there are many native speakers. So conversation for free with me.
Can you use it on your smartphone or
this Google Hangout is of course the best to have PC computer or desk computer, but of course many people can use a smartphone, telephone, so no problem. Some people are on bus, on train, and we can. So sometimes we have online transmission. For example, there was, for example, a transmission for Medina, the place that is forbidden for people, white people. One man had a smartphone, and we could see everything. So this is also very good. 50 languages get for luck. It is for free, and there are many phrases, many phrases. All is always read by real people, so without any synthesizer. I think that Duolingo is very known. Yes, memorizes also. Fun Easy Learn is very funny, so it is also very good for vocabulary. This is for 6,000 words. The problem is that these words are sometimes not useful because they are very detailed but not useful. In this monthly is better because in monthly there are only these words which are very useful. For example, I love you in many languages. So, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello. Well, I'm not quite sure how many of you guys want to learn Chinese, but I want to recommend you one great application that is called Hello Chinese. I will type Hello Chinese. And why is it so good? Because it is addicted to us, beginners. It teaches us from the whole beginning. So actually, how do we say? Well, we have like some kind of pronouncing, phrases, writings, so all of these skills. So, grammar, plus pronunciation, plus phrases. And it is actually offline, so you can download it from Google Play. Offline. Oh, sorry. Okay. So, yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Our space is limited.
Can I have one more?
Yeah. But there is, or maybe I sit down here. I don't know what is the name for this, but and there is
Yeah, I'll tell you short. Magic Lingua is kind of like an Anki, it's a flashcard app. The main advantage is that is the way you create the sets. So you have a dictionary included. You don't have to look up the words yourself. You have some sample phrases. There are a few million phrases for German and Spanish currently. And you have a sound and pictures automatically. It works only online. And what else? Yeah, that's it.
okay.
Sorry, can I ask something?
Yeah, sure.
The languages for Magic Lingua, how many languages do you have?
You have the dictionaries for 2 languages, German and Spanish currently. You can add any language you want.
Okay.
And the sound is right now additionally for Italian, Russian, French, and maybe a few others.
Okay.
But it's like Anki, it's not really tied to languages, so you could add whatever you like. Nice. And you have a grammar a word like grammar exercises. So if you pick a word to learn, you can also do the conjugation, for example, in German.
Thank you. Yes, Jennifer.
I work for a language learning app called Linguist, but I'm going to recommend a different one because I also use a few different ones. But I've been using one called Drops, and it's about vocabulary and for some alphabets and writing. It uses graphical interface, so you have some pictures, and you have to take new vocabulary words and associate them with the pictures, and then associate the word parts, so they break a word into one or two parts, and you have to put it together in the right way. And if you learn a new alphabet, for example, I'm using it for Korean, so I had to learn Hangul, and it will test your knowledge of Hangul, and then it will test if you know how to put the word together properly, and then if you can put it in context with the picture that you can associate with the meaning. I don't think it really does, it does some short phrases, but I think it's quite fun, it's colorful. I wouldn't say it's gamified, it uses a form of spaced repetition, and you can learn vocabulary, and it's online only, so yeah, that one. Do you want me to do this? Okay, and then I work for Linguist, so I use it myself. So of course, I'm only going to recommend something I use. We train vocabulary, but we also have some grammar hints, and we use spaced repetition that's enhanced by an algorithm that's powered by artificial intelligence. So it will tell you exactly, it will bring the vocabulary to you exactly when you need to repeat it and when you need to review it so that you can memorize it more quickly and more efficiently. And we have 17 language pairs. Drops has 10 languages from English. So we have 17 language pairs from English, Spanish, German, French, Estonian, Russian, and Arabic and Portuguese. So most of the language pairs we offered are from European languages or non-English languages into English. And we have it for both, mostly online for all devices, and you can use it in your browser, but you can also use it to an extent offline for a certain amount of time. So.
Thank you very much. Something else?
I'm so sorry, I almost forgot. There is also one great application that is called Hello Talk. Hello Talk. And what is this? This is actually application for language exchange. So let's call it like conversational. So the point is that you create your profile and you say like where are you from, what languages do you speak, and what is your target language that you would like to learn. If you want, you can also record your audio so that other people can listen to you and probably see your oral skills. And after some time, people are going to look for you, or you can also explore where are the people in the search list. And also that from that moment, you are going to be able to click on their profile and leave them some kind of textual or oral message, and that's how you can practice for free and offline. That's the most important.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. So I'm going to add. Okay. Yes. That'll do. So I'm going to mention italki, which is fairly well known, but maybe not everybody knows it. So it's customized. So it's customized one-to-one. So for anybody who doesn't know it, it's basically a database of teachers and students who can link up their Skype IDs, and there's a scheduling tool in there. You can schedule lessons with each other. Once you find a teacher you like, and then you can review your teachers, and what you cover is really down to you. You and your teacher, you agree what you want. So if you want to do vocab or grammar with your teacher, you can. If you integrate your Skype or something else, you can write it there and they can check your spelling and so on. So it's really however you want to use it yourself.
Okay, may I say something? Actually, I know for this website and for this application, this is good. But what is not possible to do, for example, is not possible to write some kind of text or there is no web chat or something like that. So this application I thought is mostly good for reading like some personal messages or for booking classes and so on. So and I think that this application is in development. So people develop this kind of application. Probably they are going to put more options in the future.
But for example, you have the notepad.
Yes, but we can do this only with the PC. So only with their PC we can do this, not through this application.
Right. Yeah. So I think it's browser based, but I think it is quite good in the sense that it's quite integrated. So you don't need, I like it because I don't need lots of different apps, I don't need lots of different memberships. I can use just italki and it's really got quite a lot, nearly almost everything in there. So
I would like to ask you this hello talk. Last voice chat possibility.
Well, you can't actually call them, but you can leave them audio messages. Similar like on WhatsApp, so there is some kind of icon for microphone and something like that. So you hold your finger and you say what you want. I think the maximum is like 15 minutes, I'm not quite sure. And after that, you have to stop and you must do the same.
It's not interactive.
Yeah, you can just leave audio messages. You're welcome.
Okay. So I just found this app called Duar or whatever. It's for Chinese. So it's basically Siri. So it works on voice recognition, and so it's quite a fun. Like it's not particularly for learning languages, but it's quite a good tool, I guess, if you just want to say some things in Chinese and get an answer. And you can't officially download it from the App Store because China and Google and whatever. So you have to go on find it on Baidu and download the APK. And yeah, I would give it a go. I think it's pretty cool, and not a lot of people know it.
Thank you. There's a question.
Yeah.
I have another suggestion that you mentioned one for Chinese.
Okay.
So it's one called Eggbun. It's Which is something that I've never seen before. And you actually can get the basics of Korean or Chinese in the beginning, so it's a bit like having a tutor who runs you through some of the basics. I liked it so much for Korean that I started with Mandarin on it as well, and I have no Chinese knowledge, and it's bringing me through the basics of the writing system, because I'm transferring from Japanese to Chinese. So it's bringing me through the basics of that, and also some of the really basic grammar to start with, but it's actually doing it for you through the chatbot, which I think is a really interesting format, and I find it really engaging. So I haven't gotten far enough to say how effective it is, but it's definitely engaging, and it's definitely exciting and it's fun. And it's online only.
Duolingo also has chatbots, and a lot of people don't realize in the app, but with Duolingo, for the most popular languages, there's also chatbots you can use, like Spanish, French, and German.
Okay, thank you. You have a suggestion?
Well, I don't know if this is worth putting on or not, but Facebook, I use quite a lot for languages. I know everybody knows Facebook, right? Anyone not know what Facebook is? Stupid question. Okay. I use Facebook because I know there's a lot of applications like couch surfing and Meetup that you can use to actually meet face-to-face with a person. And personally, I work on iTalki full-time as an English teacher. So after a full day of classes, the last thing I want to see is another screen. So I like to meet people face-to-face for my language learning. What I do, I live in Barcelona, by the way. I look for groups in the area that I'm living in, and sometimes I go to the meetups, but sometimes I post a message on there saying, this is a language that I can help you with, I know this is my level, and this is what I want to do, and then message someone direct, like usually I'll get 2 or 3 posts back saying, oh yeah, I'm interested in that, and then I message them and I meet them for a coffee somewhere. Another application I use personally with my language learning is one called Fluent U. I don't know what to. Not there. Okay. This one uses YouTube videos, so I think you have to sign up now. It used to be more free, but now you have to pay a bit of a subscription. But the first month is free or something like that. But on this one, they use YouTube videos with accurate subtitles on all the videos, and there are little like grammar lessons, vocabulary lessons in there, so they teach you them. And it kind of works on spaced repetition principles as well, and sort of multiple choice options, and you have like progress meters. So for example, you'll be watching, maybe, I don't know, you have a choice of videos. For example, I was watching, and it was some kind of French car commercial that had lots of text, and it forces you to listen because you have to hear the word that's missing in each sentence, and it focuses in on particular aspects of grammar, and it's not boring, which is it's more interesting than reading from a textbook. One more, I'm going to put this over here, is one called Lyrics Training. This is a website. It's a bit like, this is kind of like the Guitar Hero of language learning, because you can go on there and you listen to a song and it will give you the line, and when it gets to the end of the line, the music kind of fades out a little bit, and then you've got the option to play it again. So it's really, really gamified, and it's lots of fun to do. Even in your own language, you can sit there and play this for fun, because we don't always pay attention to the lyrics that are in songs. But it's nice because the only problem with this one is they don't provide translations for the words or any explanations of grammar, etc. So it is purely just the lyrics. So you really, really have to listen into the words. And this might be a good one to play with, I don't know, your language exchange partner, so that they can help you in with the words that are missing.
Yeah, plus what is also good with that website is that first you choose the level. So for example, if you're a beginner, almost the whole text is written, there are just a couple of free space, so you can fill in like what misses and what's not. And you know, after higher and higher levels, so there are more and more free spaces, so you can write. And also, what is really exciting and is that you can do it every day, like faster and faster, and also you can do some kind of competition with your friends or also with the people from the whole world. So the better score you get, the better for you. So.
Yeah, it explains the 4 different levels from beginner through to advanced, so you can choose the level, and if it's too hard for you, then you drop down to the next one, and maybe pick up a bit of vocab that way. Plus, you learn a bit of culture, because there are lots of different songs to choose from. Okay.
And the balls are all online? Only online?
Sorry,
or?
yeah, this one's a website, online only,
yeah.
and what was the other one?
Fluent,
yeah, of course, because they both use YouTube, so they're both online. Although I think these two have got apps now. I know Fluent Use definitely got an app, but it was beta testing last time I used it.
Okay, thank you.
Because of the Fluent you came up, I want to add also blue.com. It's very, very similar. It works with video, so essentially you look at a video of 2 minutes, somebody explaining this is a book and the book is read and whatever. So this is how I started Russian, and then you can read the text in Russian and you can highlight actually the words and see the translation, so you can try to make up your mind yourself and then try to translate it. And the cool thing about that is that I think Fluent is a subscription only, right? And Blue you can learn for 5 minutes, and then you need to do a break of 20 minutes, and then you can do another free lesson of 5 minutes. I just added here because it's very similar. They don't have, unfortunately, app, and their website is not really, really mobile friendly, but it works out.
Thank you. Okay, we have 5 minutes to the end. So thank you for your ideas, inspiration, tips for me. And I would like to listen from you the pros of learning via mobile apps. We can go one by one, or if you can up your hand. It is only from your point of view, what is the main advantage of use mobile apps or internet? Okay. Only to tell.
So can you just repeat your question?
Repeat my question.
Yeah.
What is the main advantage of using mobile apps to learn some language for you?
Okay. In my opinion, I think it's really, really great because you can spend just a couple of minutes or maybe 5 minutes, like for example with Duolingo, or a little bit more, like for example with Hello Talk and so on. While, like I have already said for italki, that is the company where I also work as a language teacher, so you can quickly book a lesson, confirm the lesson, write your feedback about all of these, or write a private message. So all of these you can do if you are in a downtown or if you travel without any problem with Wi-Fi connection, whenever it is convenient to you, and you're not like oh my gosh, what am I going to do now? Like how many hours do I have? Like how much time? You know, so what I'm going to do? So. Yeah, and especially for mobile nerds, I would say. So if you spend too much time, so this is the perfect option for you.
Thank you very much. Another? This time is over, or no? Okay. So it saves our time, maybe some energy and money. Anybody else? No?
The older generation knows that there are much more resources online.
Okay. So time is over in some 2 minutes. So I end this workshop. Thank you very much for coming and for your attention, and have a nice day. Thank you.